Hello, I'm Jeff,
I'm Lisa.
and we are on the 5th episode of the Romcommys.
Romcommys!
The Romcommys is our Talkie-Walkies Romcom vidcast podcast that we were doing. However, we've changed it for a variety of reasons to Romcommys, and basically we're going to be giving out an award. Look at it like the Tonys, for instance, or the Emmys, one of those things. So it's like a rom-com, a rom-commie, and it's awards that we give to rom-coms in the same format that we've already been doing.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty stoked, and before this we've been doing a poll-related choice of which ones we decide to use for our video or for our rom-coms that we choose. And the four previously were ones that we like. We talked them through and we did the thing, and
Yep.
we enjoy them. Like Roxanne, for instance, being in Nelson where we are at present,
That's
it brings a
right.
nice, a wholesome, homey vibe to the whole thing.
It does.
Whereas in this case, today, the 5th episode with the new name, the Romcommys, same format. By the way, we're Middle Age Adventure Walks, and we normally do longer walking videos as well. You're on the Middle Age Adventure Walks channels, and part of what we do, being middle-aged, is we are in love ourselves. We have a storybook love, foreshadowing, and we like to, sometimes in the evening after a long walk and shooting a video for you, we enjoy watching a rom-com. This one is what I guess a podium is a way to call it, one of our top rom-coms specifically for me, myself. And it is Come My Love, I'll Tell You a Tale. Princess Bride with a little remix. Princess Bride, the Princess Bride,
Princess Bride.
I should say. And most people know this movie, it seems, to a certain degree. People either really like it, it's one of their favorite movies ever, or some people just don't really get it. They don't really dig it. You know, there's definitely, I would say minority, but you definitely get some people who are kind of like, The Princess Bride.
Which is, to me, shocking, but yes, they
Well,
exist.
You know, everybody's allowed their own opinion,
They
man.
are, but I can still be shocked.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's your opinion. To be shocked, my opinion is shock.
Shock.
In Liesel's case. I can see why, though. You know, in a lot of ways, it's a bit of a weird, goofy thing, and it's got a certain sense of humor. And
It's true.
if you're a bit cynical about love and you like action with forensics and things,
Yes.
like in
Okay, fair.
hardcore
If
psychology.
You're not into, like, any sort of magic or mysticism or fun or anything.
Yeah. I mean, because it ultimately is about true love.
Well, here, I'm going to look over and show the geese.
So that's the reason, fast pan, like it. See, that's
Fast
the thing,
pan.
in this format, we can do whatever we want. We can
Fast
zoom
pan,
in, we can
fast
do
pan.
fast pans.
Look at that fast pan.
Because there you got some Canadian geese, classic symbol. This is Kootenay Lake, by the way, that we're looking at. We were in Lakeside Park as well. And we wanted to get a nice nature spot for you. That was part of it with The Princess Bride, is it's, visually, they pick some just beautiful locations and things. So we've been waiting in a lot of ways for the right day, and here it is, everyone. This is the day that we have been waiting for. Look at that sparkle. Look at the blue sky.
It's
and
true,
if you're
'cause
at home and you're just listening, it's a beautiful scene. Sorry, what were we going to say?
Well, I was going to say we went off a little bit script because
we
normally...
don't even have a script.
Well, like with rom-commies,
Oh, I
like
see.
in
I
the
see what you're saying.
past, we have
Gotcha.
watched the show and then immediately
Right.
done the thing.
Right. That's a good thing to note.
But we did not with this one. We watched a long time ago when we were in Banff. You can check out our beautiful Banff videos.
Middle Age Adventure Walks.
Middle Age Adventure Walks, Banff videos. They're lovely, documentaries. But it was cold. It was cold in July, and so the days that we had watched the movie and planned to go and shoot it all around, like the
Banff
castle,
Springs.
the Banff Springs Hotel.
Which is kind of like a fairy tale castle.
Yeah, it was really rainy, damp, and wet and cold, and that's just not too maw of us. We're like, nope.
We're fair weather
We're
walkers for the most
fair
part.
weather, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're here now, and I think it's
Fair
okay
weather.
because both of us, spoiler alert, have seen the movie a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So it's not like some other ones that we haven't either seen in a long time or haven't watched as much. This
Yeah.
one I feel like we have spent both together and individually some time on.
Yeah, and even did a bit of a project on it that made me go more in depth on the movie and the screenplay and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is one of the movies actually that I know as well as any other movie. And I don't think either of us are one of those people who watch movies 50 to 100 times, but this one would be up there for me.
Yes.
And what's especially neat for me is I can actually remember watching this movie for the first time. For those who have
Ooh.
been a part of the previous 4 episodes, there are times when we have no idea when we first saw the movie and when we
Yes.
even last watched it or whatever.
Yes.
Other than, like Liesl said, our rule that we do it the night before, which we have passed for this one because we know it so well. And it was, I believe, 1986, and so I would have been 14.
14.
I'm just going off my head on that one. That's
Okay.
so much we're winging it today. And because we're in the preseason, getting ready, by the way,
That's
for
right.
future walks
That's right. We are pre-seasoning.
for season
we were
3.
just in the off season. Now we're in the pre-season.
In the preseason.
That's right.
And I got taken to The Princess Bride. I remember just seeing the poster, which is actually a bit of a weird poster that does the original poster, where it looks like the Grecian painting with the pillars and everything. Doesn't look exactly like what the movie's going to be, but I just got a good feeling of it. And these are the days, believe it or not, before trailers. So I had no idea, at least, or not before trailers, but I didn't have access to them. So I didn't see anything. I didn't know what it was, but I just, the title and everything. And I was in. And just a quick, by the way, William Goldman wrote The Princess Bride. Rob Reiner directed it. You know the actors in it. But William Goldman based it on his book. And a lot of it was the suggestion from his daughters that they suggested to write about a Princess Bride. So,
Oh, well, yeah.
right? So that's
that
a good
makes
place to
sense.
start with any artistic project,
Yeah.
is if you're an award-winning writer like himself, to do something that's inspired by your daughters. And that's what's beautiful for me, what it ended up being, was one, such a great video to watch, movie to watch with your grandparents in the Oak Ridge, for those who know, in Vancouver, in the old days. And I remember driving in their K car
Whoa.
with excitement, and I remember leaving as well, and just that feeling of like we all enjoyed it. I think my grandma, probably more my Grandpa Dave to a certain extent, but you know, like, he was a practical man.
Yep.
But you know, I think he enjoyed the comedy and the humor in it, and kind of in a lot of ways how it is an old-fashioned movie. Kind of gussied up a little modern, but obviously now looking back in the 80s, it's got a lot of easiness to it too.
Yeah.
But there is something timelessness about it, and then its theme, true love, which is a
Yeah.
timeless thing, and that's why I sign off often with our, I think I've done it with all of them, with the Romcommys, is with true love. And weirdly enough, we have another weird experience. I'll let Liesl tell me when she watched the movie first, if she can remember. But I actually got to attend a wedding where Liesl played the Immaculate Clergyman of all roles at the wedding, and did the Princess Bride scene. She got hired to do it live
I did.
at a wedding, for real.
I did.
And so I got to attend a wedding as the Immaculate Clergyman's +1. And that's where I get that true love from, because that one put my grandma into an absolute tizzy of tears and laughter, and she basically just basically lost it, and which was amazing. And so I have probably one of the best cinematic experiences of my entire life. It was me, my brother,
Whoa.
grandparents
Wow.
back in the day. And yeah, for a thing about true love, and you know, I was still altruistic enough, 14, you know, it
You
was
were
like,
yes,
I'm gonna find
true
true love. And Jeff didn't know it, but he was gonna find true love on this day.
Aw.
There you go, first kiss of the.
So nice.
So when did you see Princess Bride first, Liesl?
Oh my
As we go down
gosh.
Tricky Train.
Tricky train, walking down tricky
Going
train.
down to the beach.
Oh my God, geese are flying. Tricky
Lakeside
train.
Beach.
I have no idea.
No,
I
there we go.
literally-
That's our more standard, no idea.
Like I could not tell you the first time I saw it, or
Do you think it was, if you had to guess, theater or VHS?
like literally no idea.
Wow, because then I had the VHS, and then I had the soundtrack, Mark Knopfler of
Yeah,
Dire Straits
wow.
fame.
Yeah, I didn't have the soundtrack or anything.
Oh, I was all in.
Oh, that's so, because you had such a great experience.
Yeah, and so it was really amazing watching it again in this context, in Banff, near the Storybook Castle, where one of us is from, and just, you know, get to experience again and realizing that we're going to be able to talk about it. So as much as anything, I think you and I are excited to talk about it, because believe it or not, we have barely talked about The Princess Bride since we watched it
Yeah.
like 2 months ago now.
Is it that long ago?
Well, like it's,
Oh
yeah.
my God, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's patience.
There's
And now here we are.
patience.
What did we think of the movie? Everybody is very excited. And
They are hanging on with bated breath.
we have categories, so let's dive in. Because, you know about the stars, you know about Rob Reiner. I mean, I could get into Spinal Tap, and we probably will talk about these things a little bit when we get into it. But you know Carrie Elways, you know, he does stuff with Brooke Shields now, rom-coms.
I feel like Carrie always pops up in the most unexpected places. Is
Yeah.
what happens now.
It's like he
Is that
prides
we'll-
himself on that.
Yeah, we'll start watching something and then suddenly he's in it and you're like, what? He's in this?
Yeah.
Which then just takes it up the notch because that's
Well-
great, because he's great.
Yeah, in that sense, he's a character actor who got cast as the lead in his dreamy, you know, matinee idol thing, and it's because he resembled all the old Robin Hood-esque figures of yore, and then he even played Robin Hood in the
Right.
Mel Brooks comedy.
Right.
So he's had a good career. And then Robin Wright, you know, she's had amazing TV work, especially recently,
Yes.
where she's in some prestige television. And, you know, we know about her, Forrest Gump and all those things. So we could get into that, but, you know. And
Also, when she cut her hair, that was a big deal.
Right?
Do you remember that?
Yeah, Princess Buttercup. Oh my God.
I know, and she got her hair cut short, and everybody was like, amazing, but traumatic.
She cut her golden locks.
What? Like that, yeah.
And then Mandy Patinkin, Broadway legend,
Man.
basic legend in general.
Another actor that just shows up in the most random things that you can be watching, and then you're like, oh my God.
And he elevates the material.
He always does.
And he says, I mean, everybody's talked a lot in the actors who are in this thing, but he says that it was one of his best experiences ever making movie. And then, you know, what's really cool is he's being very political right now and outspoken, and so is Rob Reiner,
Yes.
you know, those two guys in particular. And then, you know, I'm sure Robert Wright and Carrie Elways share similar views. So it's a neat cast that way. And then, you know, then we got Andre the Giant, you got Wallace Shawn, Broadway legend, wrestling legends.
Right.
Together, you've got Christopher Guest. Of Spinal Tap fame, Nigel Tufnell, turn it up to 11.
Turn it up to 11.
And he gets cast as the bad guy, which is amazing.
Amazing.
And then Chris Sarandon, Susan Sarandon's brother, is Humpadink.
Humpadink.
And then you get those cameos, Billy Crystal, Carole King.
Love that.
And at a certain point, you know, you just get such a good cast that you're going to be pretty hard pressed to not have a good movie.
Yeah.
And then when you combine it with the script, you know, from a legendary writer, a now legendary director who was Meathead in All in the Family.
Yeah.
And then, you know, A Few Good Men, you know, Misery, Stand By Me, like.
Oh, yeah.
He has his hits. Yeah, and then movies that endure the test of time.
Yeah.
So there you go. So knowing that and knowing everybody in this thing, we decided with the career arcs they had to focus just on where they are now. And they've all done pretty well, you know, R.I.P. Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
But Wallace Shawn's still working. They're all doing things. They're all.
Very cool.
And then, so did we like the two leads?
Oh my, did we come? They are so good.
These
Have
ducks
there
know.
been more perfect leads before?
Yeah, and that's essentially it, isn't it? Is
Like,
that
they're just so beautiful and dreamy. And if you've seen the movie, but maybe it's been a while, as it had been for me, it was like, you know they're beautiful and dreamy, but then when it's like she, oh my gosh, both of them. With
Princess Buttercup and Wesley?
Yeah, Wesley has those pillowy lips and she's got those blue eyes and you're just like, yes. So I thought they were perfectly cast, absolute delight. Love them, yes.
And probably, you know, they talk about the best kisses of all time, and they talk about, you know, this is one of the best loves of all time. And so that's putting a lot of pressure on things, including the best sword fight of all time.
True.
And they, in so many ways, and pretty well every way, pull off those heightened expectations.
Yep.
And yeah, for those two to embody the two true love romantic leads like they do,
Right?
they are probably two, at this point, most iconic romantic couples there are.
I would think.
And especially
Who
for
else?
the
Do you
arc
think
they go
someone
on.
else? Leave a comment. Leave a comment if you are like, no, I think it's this couple or this,
And then-
pairing, union.
And then right off the hop, you know, like as soon as we get into the story within the story, and we're away from the framing device with the grandpa and the boy, those first shots of her now riding in the countryside,
Oh
the
my
score
gosh,
kicks in.
Right?
And now we get that little bit, you know, As You Wish,
Yes.
which is famous and
So
takes on meaning above and
good.
beyond the movie.
Yes, it does.
And those shots of the two of them, you know, you can just imagine Rob Reiner on the day of, and the set and everything on the Irish farm and all that.
Oh
and
my
just getting the two
gosh.
of them and just being like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And then getting that sunset and then filming their first kiss.
Oh my gosh.
You're already in. You're like, okay, these people are true love. This is a thing. All the cynics who say true love doesn't exist are wrong. There it is on the screen
Yes.
for us to see.
That's what it looks like.
And that's what is amazing about the movie is that we actually get that cinematic storybook kiss at the beginning.
Yes, which is not common with the rom-com
Right.
situation.
It subverts the formula in that sense, where
does.
everything great to them happens in the first 5 minutes. And then pretty
Yes.
well from that point on, the story torments them with mourning and loss and separation and, you know, thinking that one person is never coming back and,
Yeah.
you
all
know,
of that.
giving up on love entirely and becoming so cynical about love that
Right.
you're willing to marry whatever, if that's the way it is. And if, you know, I have to, okay, fine.
Right.
So what an arc in the first like 10 minutes, right? And we'll probably get into the framing device a little more, but you know, the heart of the story is the two of them. So the fact that they're able to carry it like they do
Yeah.
is one of those things why it becomes a classic movie that then
Yes.
totally stands the test of time.
Absolutely.
People talk about over and over.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, that's definitely the most emphatic "Did you like the two leads" we've ever had.
I think it is
of the
most
5
emphatic.
so far.
Yes.
And again, that's one
I
of the
would
things
agree.
that makes it one of the podiums. Is the two of them, and
Yes.
you know, again, they go through so much, and so to have their love and everything tested, including beyond the bounds of death,
Right.
or almost dead,
Right.
is so profound that by the time we get, spoiler alert, the happy ending where Andre's catching her, she's fluttering down in the wind, and then they're riding off on the horses together into the matte painting,
Yep.
you know, landscape sunset thing.
Yeah.
And then they have to pull off the best kiss ever that ever happened. No big deal at the end. And they haven't kissed really since that first kiss that we saw.
That's right.
So in that sense,
well,
they bring,
she kisses him all over his head.
yeah, with
Which is
but he's not
adorable.
moving, and
No.
it's not the most, and there's still things to deal with, like evil princes and
Yeah. No, it's just fun.
six-fingered man and things.
Yeah, it's just fun.
So in that sense, then they kind of restore the rom-com mold that we do get the big kiss again at the end. And I guess according to what the script says, it's an even better kiss than the one at the beginning. I don't think I've thought about that, but that first kiss is the prelude to the best kiss ever.
Best kiss ever.
Because now they've been through stuff.
That's true.
Relationships have to go through things.
That's true.
Evil princes,
Yes.
almost deadness,
Yes. Stand the test.
people who want revenge,
Right. Yep.
who are just going to kill your father, and now you have to get revenge. Things come up in life.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Things happen in life.
Speaking of which, things
need to
happening.
deal with.
The best part of The Princess Bride.
The best part.
The best part.
Oh.
And I guess that could be a part of the movie, because we've had a little break since categories, so it's kind of fun, like to see what they
Yeah.
are. And it's like,
You know
or,
what? I feel
or is
like-
it like the best part, like, you know, oh, the costumes are the best part, you know what I mean?
Right. But I feel like with other ones that we have done,
Yeah.
there's been a moment that I'm like, this is it. It just stands out. I either laugh the hardest,
Okay.
something happens the hardest. But I feel like with this movie, there's so many little moments that it's like, oh, I love that part. Oh, I love that part. Oh, I love it when that happens. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's a, you know. I think I go through waves with it, and currently, well, it's not necessarily like it's the best part, but the one that I'm quoting most often. 'Cause you know how that can start to happen when
Yeah.
you like quote the movies.
Oh yeah, it's one of the most
is,
quotable movies ever.
Instead of saying goodbye, I like to say, "Have fun storming the castle."
Well, and ultimately I was going to say that's my favorite part.
Is that your favorite
Yeah.
part? Oh, because they're like us.
Well, just, yeah, that whole scene, the whole,
Yeah.
anything in Miracle Max's place.
Is
Billy
really-
Crystal, Carole
it's-
King.
Right.
As husband and wife. And are they like us? I mean, yeah, I should address that.
No,
sort
I'm
of?
saying they are.
Yeah, sort of?
I mean, we're not. What do you want?
yeah. Liar!
Liar!
I don't think we're doing all that.
No, we're not. But it's the.
You never had it so good.
It's the passion. You know, I mean, it's the passion. That's what I'm talking about. These geese know what I'm saying.
I mean, maybe when we're
We got
90.
passion.
Get back to me when we're 90, and then yes, we might be like that. I don't know.
I might be chasing you around. Liar!
Hopefully, but you know, at that point, Miracle Max really is the hero.
He is the hero.
If we want to, now I hadn't thought about that actually.
is.
That's a hot take. Miracle Max
And-
is the hero of The Princess Bride, because if he can't bring Wesley back to life,
That's true.
Inigo can't do his plan, and then the whole
That's
thing falls apart.
Super true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also in a way, they are mirroring a long, healthy relationship. Like maybe it's not too healthy, but it's fairly healthy. And you're
In terms of their honest communication.
well, that and you know, like at the end when they're like, "Have fun, storming the cat," like that whole part. Those two obviously love each other.
Exactly. That's true love.
You know?
Good point.
They have true love. They know about true love.
Yeah.
I think that's why when, you know, he says true love out his breath when he
Yeah.
pushes down on him.
Yeah.
That's why he relates to it.
Well, and he's
'Cause
shocked.
Miracle-
Yeah, he's shook when he hears that.
Yeah, right? Because Miracle Max is like, I know that.
And that's what sets off Carole King.
Yes.
She's like, wait a second.
She's like, you have true love. Come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Don't be cynical. You're not cynical.
yeah. You're not gonna fight for what we have.
Yeah.
I like that. They're the
Yeah,
heroes.
You know.
So
that it
she's the
works.
hero, maybe, because she
Oh,
talks him into it.
She is. Oh
He's
my
not gonna do it
God,
without
I
her.
love it. Hot take. Hot take.
Carole King is the hero
Carole King is the hero
of The Princess Bride.
Bride. And
Well,
with that, the geese fly away and the wind.
Yeah, and we
pipes
got
up
amazing
and the
sparkle game. Yeah,
sparkle
hopefully the wind
game
isn't too much for
sparkles.
you, but it's a nice breeze. It's actually warm. We're at the beginning of October, so any kind of summer warmth
Yeah, I love that hot take.
in this area.
She is
I don't
the
even know if that's a
hero.
hot take. I think
Yeah,
that
but-
might be
but
an accurate literary take.
I mean, I think it's also accurate, but I'm just saying, who
Yeah.
else is taking
I
that
don't think
take?
I've ever heard that.
Have
Let's
there
look
been
into that. We're
people
going to
who
research
have
that. Has
taken
anybody ever
take?
said? We could do a follow-up video about that. Carole King,
Maybe we
the
could
hero.
do it in one of our upcoming spoiler alert We're Talking videos. We'll see.
Having said that, I'm trying to think of her character's name, and I don't know what her
Yeah,
character's
no, me
name. Do
neither.
we even get? I don't think we get said what her name is.
Miracle,
I thought
Miracle Max's wife.
right, and I'm sure she's got a name. I thought I
does she?
I thought I knew a
feel
lot
like
about this
it's-
movie.
I feel like it's
And now
more-
I don't even know the name of the hero of the movie. So we gotta get on that. That means
man,
after this long
seriously.
and this many times seen the
I
movie.
know.
No, but that's amazing that
But
there's
do we
still
know
things.
It? Is it just that we don't know it in this moment because we are middle age and actually
quite
we do
possibly.
know it?
I mean, I might have read it before.
Right,
As soon as I see it, I
exactly.
might be like, oh,
Exactly.
of course.
Like, we
But
don't
still,
totally.
we need, that's something you can still learn stuff about movies, right? That's the whole idea of
Yes.
revisiting in your middle age movies that you saw as children. It's really our sweet spot.
Yes, it
of
is our
rom-commies.
sweet spot. Yes, rom-commy sweet spot. It's so true because things can look way different. For example, me with Flashdance that I won't get into.
Yeah, we might have to
from
do that one day.
When you're younger to when you're
Is it a
older.
rom-com? Well,
Is it a
I mean, it ends up happy with a Porsche and a dog and a
I mean,
ribbon.
it
so
really does.
It's an 80s rom-com.
Is it like? Is it?
80s
But
is
yeah,
like, yes.
You know, you can see things one way, and then when you rewatch it in your middle age, not see it the same way.
Yeah. And
Or discover who the actual hero is.
yeah. And, even the grandparent stuff, the grandpa ring's definitely different
Oh, God.
when you're older.
I know, because that part never really. I was pretty like whatever.
And the
about.
framing device, you're like, can we get to the
And I was
storybook?
like, yeah, cool framing device, but like now, oh God, just pulls my heartstrings.
Yeah.
Like that part, just
Yeah.
anytime they're on it, I'm like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
And again, Peter Falk,
Oh,
amazing.
So good.
And there's not too many
Fred
actors
Savage,
who could have
plus
been
Fred Savage,
that
he's
good.
so cute.
He's having some issues these days.
Oh, no, he's having
Yeah, we
issues?
are. Yeah.
Shoot.
I mean,
didn't hear about
there's some
the
things. I know
issues.
we live in the real world where things happen that are not great.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I'd prefer to think of him just
Yeah,
as
we'll
the
just think of him as the cute little boy.
Wonder Years, all that.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, that was his arc. We didn't mention him, but Wonder Years, and now,
Yeah.
like he did some good stuff, and now he's in a bit of hot water. You can research if you needed to.
Oh no, he was in a pretty funny show with Rob Lowe once that
Right.
I enjoyed.
And then Peter Falk, obviously Columbo. That was what he's famous for. But that guy was in like movies for decades.
Oh,
like
are you
talk
ready
about a
for
guy that
this?
works.
My
Whoa.
brain just did this.
What's happening?
Mumbo
Go.
jumbo, Christopher Columbo. I'm sitting on the sidewalk chewing bubble gumbo. I think I'll catch a whale. I think I'll catch a snail. I think I'll sit around a while twiddling my thumbo. It happens. Whew. That's a little Dennis Lee alligator pie. I don't know,
Yes.
sometimes my brain just kicks into, so you saying Columbo. I was then like, yeah,
Canadiana.
Mumbo Jumbo, Christopher Columbo. So there you go.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Iconic beats. Oh wait, we got your best part? Did we actually get your official best part?
Like, I don't think I have an official, but I'm
Okay,
agreeing
so
with
you-
you. That's the part I'm quoting all the time, and then that's your best part. So I think we just, yeah.
Yeah, have fun storming the castle. That
Have
moment,
fun
they're arm in
still, like,
arm.
yeah, like, it's just a fun thing to say when you're leaving or
Yeah.
someone's leaving you. You know, you've had some guests, they've been over for dinner, as opposed to being like, bye, see you later. You can
Well-
say, have fun storming the castle.
And in these days when things have become challenging in our world too, it's such an optimistic
Yeah.
spirit.
Have
You know, we
fun.
just resurrected the
Have
dead
fun.
guy.
Have fun storming
Yeah.
that castle.
Yeah,
Like,
and
if
it-
you're gonna storm the castle, have fun while you do it.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that is really great
yeah,
motto for right now. Fair.
right?
Yeah.
So always keep that spirit. That's what we need to say to everybody right now who's dealing with the power so dark,
Yes.
to quote the movie,
Yeah.
the song. And while we're dealing with the power so dark,
Yes.
you can also have that.
Yeah, very true. Okay. What's the next category?
Iconic beats.
Oh, iconic beats. There are so many. This whole movie is nothing but iconic beats.
Okay, what pops to mind?
Well, right away, the sword fight scene with Inigo Montoya.
Yeah,
Also,
that they trained the whole shoot to do.
Really?
Yeah, months and months and months while they were shooting everything else. Mandy Patinkin and Carrie Elways
No
would get together
way.
and work on it over and over and over and over
delightful.
and over and over again.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And then
I
actually,
feel-
while we're on it,
I feel
there's an
like
interesting thing.
all the movie is a string of iconic beats. It's like with
I'll
a
get back
little
to
bit
the
of
sword
like
fight.
traveling adventure in between,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they all are. The Cliffs of Insanity, his whole duel between everybody that he has to come across.
The Battle of the Wits.
Right?
Battle of Strength.
Battle of Strength. And the Battle of the Sword or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's all. When they go through the fires, it's all iconic. When
The
they fall down
screaming eels.
the hill, screaming eels.
Yeah, falling down the hill. Yeah.
The guy with who clears his, You welcome to the pit of welcome to the
Yeah.
pit of despair, right? Like,
Yeah, Mel
iconic.
Smith, British icon, iconic comedian. And that's the thing, right? Like Peter Cook, who does the Immaculate Clergyman.
right,
the whole cast is
cast.
just peppered with all these
The
legends.
whole cast. Yeah. Okay. Just because you get to see my flitty flotty brain, flitty flottying around. I just want to talk a little bit more to when I was the impressive clergyman. So it was amazing, for one thing, to get hired to be able to like go into an actual wedding and be playing this character. It was a delight. But my favorite part of the whole thing that I like to tell about the story is, you know, at the beginning of when everybody's showing up. Ceremony hasn't happened, everybody's showing up, so they're all taking pictures and checking out the site, and I was hiding out in this beautiful old house, kind of. It was like kind of this garden house that was kind of in the background of everything. And so while everybody was greeting and taking pictures it was a good outfit. I looked good, I thought.
Yeah.
You know, I had fake hair things on for
You were the Immaculate
sideburns.
Clergyman.
I was very white in the face. I'd gone and gotten a costume with the big hat. And so I just lurked in the windows and the doorways of the garden house, just hoping, and I still don't know, but I just hope that I'm in the background of people's photographs, that they look back and they're like, what is that? Is that the impressive clergyman standing in the window? Like, just some ghostly
So
figure.
the impressive clergyman
man.
photobombed a wedding.
So fun. Yes.
So that was
Anyway.
an iconic beat.
Yeah, that was iconic, and it
Yeah.
was a beat that
You were
that I
iconic
wanted
in
to
that
share.
beat.
Thank you for listening to my beautiful story.
And then
Yes.
iconic beats, I guess for the only other ones, I mean, you mentioned really the
You
key
killed
ones.
my father.
Yeah.
Prepared to die.
Yeah, all that stuff. Even just weird things like clearing the thieves' forest, like that whole moment. And then when Andre and Inigo
That's right.
reunite, and he
That's
has his Hodor
right.
pun and everything. And
Oh, that's right.
yeah, and then Andre
And
the
he
Giant's whole
sobers him
regiment.
up.
I think that would be one of my favorite parts because we know at that point that the plot swung, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, we're back. Like,
Yeah, that
here we
is-
go.
that is really
Is it a good kiss? We've kind of covered in the
Okay,
sense
no,
that.
but we need to talk about it.
Okay, so 2 kisses. We will skip the kissy on the forehead because that was kind of one way, and
Which
he
is
was
also delight
incapacitated.
and comedy, and so
Good comedy,
super
good comedy.
fun.
But we're mainly
Definitely
going
enjoyed it.
first kiss, last kiss.
Okay.
Okay, first kiss.
Okay, ready for my hot take? And I've saved this for 2 months to tell you this part.
Oh wow.
I think, my opinion, it's just my opinion, everybody.
just
Everybody's
your
allowed
opinion,
an
man.
opinion. I have an opinion. This is my opinion. I think it's the best kiss in cinematic history.
So which one?
Both. But
Both?
but the first one, there's something
The
about
first
that
one?
first one.
In particular.
In particular.
Yeah.
Like, show me a better kiss. And, okay, so when we talk about cinematic kisses, there's things to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Like smushy mouth face, for example. So,
Yeah. Well, even before we get there, sometimes either parties, but usually the man, just goes in way too hot.
That's
And
true.
especially in the 80s, and you're definitely, was that consensual?
That-
And then, you know, and if you're asking that question,
Yes.
you know, was she really wanting that? Like,
But you also want it to be cinematic. There's definitely that thing of you don't want to see all chin or you don't want to.
Right.
Right? And so, for example, Pretty Woman, that last kiss between Richard Gere and Julia is so smushy face. It is terrible. She looks like if you stop that thing frame by frame, you would be like, what is happening to her rubber face? Does she have the mask on? Like, what is going on? It's an absolute terrible kiss. Whereas this one, I feel like is just like beautiful and pure.
speaking of
and
beautiful, I think we should
still
shoot
like-
behind us for a second.
Okay.
There's just so much sparkle game.
Okay, I just wonder about the wind, but yeah.
Oh, don't worry
But,
about that. Nobody cares.
Just like, I think it's the best one. Again, so many comments you could be leaving in with your opinions about things, but there's mine.
I mean, why not, right? And I think what's really interesting about that is, like you're saying, with the sunset in the background,
Oh my gosh.
the way it is, and the perfect placement of their heads in front of the sun, that it does kind of like give it this, you know,
Oh.
divine light.
Yeah.
And takes away from like us seeing the minutiae of the faces coming together, even though you can see.
It looks lovely. The lip lock looks great. It looks like it's like what you want with a first kiss. Soft and supple, but not too much of anything. Not too much saliva, not too much, you know.
And that's Carrie Elway's in his memoir about the time on Princess Bride called As You Wish, which I have read.
Yeah.
He basically talks about, he says in interviews, like he was just besotted with Robin Wright, as you probably would be if you were him and cast to play her love interest.
So he was just like, I get to kiss this beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Princess Buttercup for real.
Yeah.
And he basically like, you know, that he did say that like when they had I think they shot that early on, that first one. And it seemed like she thought he was pretty interesting too,
Right.
by all accounts. So like it did seem like one of those kisses where the actors also had spark and chemistry themselves, which as we know is essential. We need to feel, because as people who know what true love feels like ourselves, we can tell when it's happening and when it isn't.
Yeah.
And again,
or
that's
even
what,
when people like each other or don't, whether they're trying to pretend that they do.
right,
or not.
and that's where Billy Crystal and Carole King, you know, even just that one moment, you could just tell that they really respected each other as actors, really liked each other, and they're able to convey the true love.
Yeah.
Is there any other true love? I think because the Humperdinck's parents aren't really, they don't have the best relationship.
No.
It's okay, but it seems more of a traditional, old school patriarchal marriage, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I think those are the only two examples. But that's interesting how those two mirror our two leads.
Yes.
And they're the ones actually, because he says true love, even like he doesn't say true love, like his body says true love.
Yes.
When he's being resurrected, or just before.
Yes.
So that's really, I didn't really thought about that way. So in other words, that kiss then has it. Like, so even better in the second, because that's the thing, the second you've broken the rom-com rule, it is their second kiss.
I know, but that's the thing. That's why I think the first one is just
That's what I mean.
much more innocent, that
That
much
the second,
purer.
it just,
Like, I just feel like
it can't live up to the first one because the first one's already happened.
Yeah, even though it is also a very good kiss and super rom-commy award winning compared to a lot of rom-com
But it might not be the best kiss as they claim. In fact, their own earlier kiss, there's another hot take, might be the best. We disagree with the script itself, perhaps.
That's right, maybe. And maybe there's a hotness within them, within, you know, their ownness, but maybe for us watching, it's the first one.
Yeah. And I think too, just having that natural sunlight as opposed to, we saw it 2 months ago and I've seen it a lot, but I think it's a bit of a matte painting thing on the second one.
Right.
I could be wrong, but I'm trying to picture it. They might cut to a real one, because as we know, they go
quite as magical.
They go between fake set
But,
and
yeah.
well, that's it with the lighting and everything.
That's just our opinion.
It's just our opinion.
Opinion, man.
How hot is the sex? Speaking of opinions.
I mean,
roasty toasty?
I think, okay. I think it probably starts off as like really beautiful and just like, you know, tender, pure, romantic. But I'd like to think as the years go by, it heats up.
Yeah.
You know, they get a little bit more like, what's going on?
Well, and how much, that's what we haven't thought about, how much sex have they had? Like, is she a virgin?
Oh God, yeah.
Is he?
That's a great question. Or when he was being yes. You
The
know
pirate,
what?
right?
I think he's loved her so much for the whole time.
Yeah.
I think he's saved himself for her in the hopes of one day.
Because did they grow up on the farm together? Like, how long has he been the farmhand? Like, you know, since teenagerdom?
That's a great question.
Right? We need more information now.
Right.
Look at all the things we don't know.
Yeah, but I'm going to guess that they are virgins, yes. Virgins.
Well, yeah, you'd like to think so, right? That he's kept himself pure too, even though she didn't even ask for it. He just is so besotted.
That he's just like, I can't even.
Yeah. And so he passed up all the pirate wenches and everything? Like,
I think he did. Because none of them are as beautiful as Buttercup.
yeah.
None of them are as fabulous.
None of them make it feel the way she does.
Exactly. He's like, not worth it. So, yeah.
So, when do they actually then have the sex? Like, because we often get into that too. Have they had sex during the course of the movie? Obviously, in this case, no.
No.
Well, wait. Do they? They just kiss and then he leaves? Like,
no,
they don't. They don't bonk then?
When?
The first, right after the sunset kiss. Like he just leaves. He's like, oh yeah, see ya. Like they haven't at that point. Like between As You Wish with the pottery and the sunset kiss. Maybe that's been an active day.
I didn't think
Maybe we missed something there.
I always have the Randy mind.
Right.
Why didn't I think of that?
Me as well. I always just think that it was pure, they kiss, and then off he goes.
I know, but maybe they went to the stables.
This might be a little too, I know how you feel about things, Lisa. You might want to stop right here and go back.
This is like...
Because that thing, for those who know, motion sometimes gets Liesl. And,
yeah, motion. Look at that.
There's some motion on this situation.
Yeah, I was going to take you to the end of the dock, but we are no longer
and
doing
we
that.
love you, listeners and viewers. However, Liesl's health takes priority. And as her salva vida, I know that these moments is the best time to back up, and there's no reason for the content to lead to any kind of danger.
That's true.
Because that was dangerous.
It was like.
But that's a great swimming spot. A lot of people go down there, and jump in the water, good spot.
Yeah.
And this beach, great beach. And then over across the way is James Johnstone for those. And that's another great beach that we go to. It's a regional park, but it's beautiful over there. So, I guess I think we're agreeing that they did have sex in between, like, first time,
okay,
right?
well,
When they have a romp in the hay?
Like, I didn't think so, but
I never did, but now I do.
Now I'm like,
How have we not thought about this?
Now I hope so.
Right?
Because she's also like, well, if you're going away, I want to lose my virginity with you before you go away. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not holding out or waiting. Although back in the day, that's
Right.
a situation.
Because
But
who are her
then-
parents?
yeah,
We don't
but
know
then
anything.
for her to be like marrying the king and not being a virgin, like, what? That is scandal,
Yeah, and did the king require proof?
right?
I mean, these are the old days.
These are the olden days.
But yeah, so who are her parents? Like, did they make sure, like, that she was pure?
Yeah, like-
Did they approve of Wesley?
You
Do they
know
like
what?
him?
Are they even at the wedding between her and Humperdinck?
Right. Like, where are her parents?
Yeah, where are her parents?
She has no parents?
Yeah, like what the heck?
She just owns the thing by
Well,
herself?
no, she wouldn't. 'Cause,
It's a good
no, she
example of
doesn't run the
minimalism
farm.
in script, though. We sometimes talk about that, where rom-coms, sometimes you get all the generations and you get every single member of the family.
Yes.
Where the other ones you get like this and you're like, does he even have a family? Like,
Yeah, does he?
Do
I don't
either
even
of them.
know. No, it's not like either of them are like, hey, now that we're together, you should meet my parents.
and it just shows in a rom-com, and sometimes it's great to have the families in it, but you don't need the families for a good rom-com. This is a great example.
Yeah, this
They
is a
find
great
their own
example.
family. They chooses their own family
That's right.
along
They
the way.
They have a chooses family that they choose.
And they're the ones that help them get where they got to go.
Yeah, they chooses that family, and it's their chooses family.
It's fun to hear Liesl making fun of. She's normally making fun of her own words that she makes up. So yeah, it's fun to hear you doing it the other way.
I like it.
And then yeah, where do they go in the white horses? Like they're riding off, the four of them,
They got to go find an inn, probably.
right?
Yeah.
And then that's
Well,
when
And I feel like as Dread Pirate Roberts, he would have scored away his bounty, to make sure that when he retires from said job,
oh for sure.
that he can live the good life. So for all we know, he's got some like sweet property with tons of treasure.
Let's go look under the bridge here.
Okay. Maybe even like, I don't know, a building or something built somewhere that they can sail
Right,
to
a little abode.
or something.
Yeah,
You know?
in a hamlet.
Like, why not think that, they're just not going to go have the best time?
I mean, and I think that night, the sex might be a little subdued, a little tender,
what I
because
mean,
he's
right?
newly alive
Yes.
again.
Well, that
So
too.
he probably only has so much energy.
Yeah, that's
But
very
he can
true.
probably ride on fumes.
I would think so.
And then she's probably then she's been through a lot. Like she almost had to get married. She almost kills herself.
She does almost kill her.
So that's a big night. Like they might need to just. I mean, they're young, so
They are young. No, I still feel like they're gonna boink.
yeah. It just might be a little more like let's get some rest afterwards, and maybe the next morning in the inn, while Inigo and Fezzik are down in the inn eating
definitely.
breakfast.
Yes.
They probably are a little more renewed after a
Yes,
good night's
they're
sleep.
like, do we have to check out right away? Can we keep the room till about 1?
And like you said, which is great for middle-aged people, they sometimes let you do that. That's awesome. Get that extra few hours, just in case.
Because we want to have the free breakfast, but then we do need to bonk.
Just a little,
before.
have a shower
Boink,
afterwards.
Boink, boink. Yeah, like just
Yeah.
use the amenities before.
And then I like that
off.
idea that then they go to the place that he has already prepared.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's somewhere near where they first fell in love. Maybe the hamlet's back wherever she lives.
I like to think that it's like some warm place. 'cause,
Ooh,
I
they go
like the warmth.
tropical.
Yeah, and he was sailing around in his boat, so maybe he even has like another boat that they can go.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Get on their other boat and sail off, and maybe
Well,
they
he does have
decide
a
like
boat
us.
because
Maybe
he-
they decide to adventure, and they're like,
On the
you know
boat,
what?
maybe.
We don't want to just stay in one place.
And
Let's,
she doesn't have motion sickness,
travel.
so she
No,
can go on the boat.
So she can be on the boat,
Yeah.
unlike me. So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
But he does have a boat because he chases Vicini's boat.
Right.
So he has a boat. And I guess
Right.
they have to go back to the Cliffs of Insanity maybe
Maybe to
pick up the boat.
But it would be hard to crew that boat by himself. So maybe he had some people
But she
crewing
could help
the
him a
boat.
bit.
with-
Well, maybe Inigo and Fezzik,
but
they
that's
become
what I mean.
the crew.
So then he has a meet-up place later with the people who then were crewing his boat, and so they can meet up with him later. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like his actual crew, the Dread Pirate Roberts crew.
No, the ones that he maybe hired a few of his bud to crew that boat with him.
Which boat?
The one that followed Vicini.
He's flying that alone. He's sailing that thing alone. He's a one-man show.
I guess that's not a very big boat. Anyway.
You want a bigger boat for her. I like it.
I do.
Maybe we take Vicini's
just-
boat. His was a little bigger.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's probably still there at the
It's
Cliffs of
not even-
Insanity.
you know what? Neither of those boats are big enough.
It's
for
not
me.
big enough.
No, not a bigger
Oh
boat.
man, what if they both get a boat? Now we got two boats.
I just need a bigger boat.
Because what did happen to those boats? There's so
I don't
many
know.
things about this movie,
But
actually.
I need more comfort in my boat. Anyway, moving on.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Should these people be together?
Oh yes, they should be together. They should absolutely be together to the end of time with their storybook love.
I mean, it's almost the easiest question we've ever had, really, is
Yeah.
like true love dictates that
Oh,
they
yeah.
are supposed to be together. And
Yeah.
they basically, you know, overcome death to be together.
Yes.
And time and space.
Yes.
So they should be together.
Absolutely,
How
yes.
rich are these characters? See, this is
Oh.
kind of getting into the question at the beginning, right? Who are her
Yeah.
parents?
Okay, well.
What's the kind of,
well,
they
at
obviously
the
have a nice
beginning,
spread.
They have a farm,
Oh,
so
nice
they're not
farm.
like dirt poor.
God, no, they're
not living
super
on the
wealthy
street.
relatively to Miracle Max, for instance,
Yeah.
and all the people in the Thieves'
But
Alley.
they're not like super wealthy, you know. They're
No,
obviously
but
living
it's
a
not
humble
a-
life on the farm.
Yeah, it's
And
not a
then
chateau or anything.
For
or-
whatever Wesley, he's being a farm boy, so at
Yeah.
the beginning
So he is nothing.
no,
Yeah.
he just has whatever they're given. Probably some room and board, you know. He's a woofer.
But then as the
just
Dread
woofing on her
Pirate
parents'
Roberts,
farm.
and I like to think that he's a non-violent pirate, that, you know, he does tricks and he doesn't actually hurt people. Like
Yeah.
Inigo, he knocks him out as opposed to killing him.
Yes.
And I'd like to think he's got some serious bounty at that point.
I also like to think that.
His ship that he's
Yeah.
going to go back to is
Yes.
laden,
Laden.
right?
Or like hidden somewhere or something.
Yeah, on some
Like
island.
at this point, he's like, nah, Buttercup, I got this. We rollin'.
Yeah.
You my bae.
So now they got what they
Let's
need.
go.
Because she didn't get any of that prince money.
No, she didn't
So
get
she
any
never
of that prince
officially
money.
became a princess.
she didn't.
As far as I know, because it's confusion, but it seems to be a
Yes.
consensus that she was not
Consensus.
married.
She was not married.
So there you go. So she skipped that, and then but I wonder if she knew about that pirate money. She probably
No.
wasn't even thinking about it.
No,
but
I
so
don't
that's
think
just
so.
a pleasant surprise for
Yeah,
her.
like I think that's part of just this true love thing. It doesn't even matter. Even if he wasn't the Dread Pirate Roberts and he didn't have the bounty, she wouldn't care. She'd be like, I love you. Let's go. Let's do this.
Will they last? This might be an easier question as well. Yes.
I think so.
Till the end of time.
Yeah.
And beyond. And they'll be
Absolutely.
lovers, and they can communicate in the other
Right?
side from each other.
Right? And then they like get reincarnated and do it all over again.
Yeah,
Why
and they go like
not?
Obi-Wan Force and everything,
Yeah,
Qui-Gon.
Right?
They do all that.
Yeah, they do all of it.
Yeah, and then they come back in another lifetime.
They do.
And find love again.
Yes.
They find each other in future generations
so.
in a space version of A Princess Bride.
Love that.
Yes.
I would watch it.
Far-fetched or real life? That's an amazing question in relation to this.
My brain right away was like real life.
Real life.
Totally
That's
real.
super real.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. No, of course
Oh, go ahead.
not. Hello.
Yeah.
There's so much action all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's trucks
Cars
on the
are
rails.
going
And
by,
yeah.
bikers, like, wow.
real life. So I think that's your
Real
answer.
life.
It's real life. Because ultimately the story takes place in real life.
It does.
And it's actually just a book. So there actually is, we're just in the imagination. So
Right.
it's as real as the feelings we feel.
That's right. And magic is just something that science hasn't explained yet. So I don't know if that's the right
Real
quote,
life. I love
but I'm
it.
gonna
It's
pretend
real
it
life.
is.
Because again,
Why
the
not?
universal thing of the sick grandchild
Yes.
and the grandpa coming over and, oh, grandpa, you know, he's a little this and that. And
Right.
I don't know if I want to hear this. And then understand in the end by the value of the grandpa and the stories and the times that are spent with our elders and
Well, yeah.
the
and-
things we learn. And
yeah, and it's
they can make us
obviously
feel better.
Rooted in real life.
Yes, and that's what's really neat is like you feel like the kid is feeling better at the end.
You do.
Like he's on the road to recovery.
Well, and he wants to hear the story again because it's so good.
Yeah.
Already, he's like, let's go on repeat. There was so many iconic beats in that story.
Yeah, and so he went from like, no way, I'm not watching that to let's view it again right now.
Yeah.
And then
Here.
put it on VHS
Yes.
and let's rewind my favorite parts and
Or watch
off
them
we go.
over again. Exactly. Love that.
Does the supporting cast work?
I mean,
Might be one of the best supporting casts ever.
Right.
And we've had some good supporting casts
we
in these
have.
movies we've done
and
where we're like,
in a rom-com,
yeah,
you need a good
Yeah,
supporting cast.
that's the thing. It
That
does-
has
it
been
really doesn't
very
work.
Proven.
yeah. Unless it's some exception where our leads are, you know, in Antarctica or something, and then it's just them, you know, then okay, fine.
Is
But
that comedy?
well, I don't even
you're
know
in
how funny that is.
Antarctica,
Yeah.
that
I mean,
even
you could
funny?
probably find some humor in that, but
It's pretty cold.
the Antarctic rom-com.
Yeah. So yes.
So yeah, I mean, we've said them who they are.
Yes.
We've listed most of them, but even his head guard guy, who I can't remember right now, Prince Humperdinck, and the guy with the
Right.
key, and like, oh, you mean that key? Like,
Yeah.
even that guy's amazing.
I know.
The Brute Squad guys are amazing. Like,
Yes.
I can't think of anybody really in the entire movie who is not amazing.
No, nothing pops out where you're like,
Even the woman, the Queen of Putresses,
I was
like
just
she's
thinking
amazing.
about her, right?
She goes for it.
She does go
So everybody
for
who
it.
has their moment just is like, okay, is the movie about me right now? Yes. And I like to think that's Rob Reiner with his actor's touch, right? Like
would like to
one
think
coming from
so.
a comedy, and his dad, Carl Reiner, is one of the most famous movie comedians and entertainment comedians.
Yeah.
So I like to think that like he just had that old time respect of his elders,
Yes.
and was willing to bring in these people like Billy Crystal and Carole King and Peter Cook and Mel Smith and all the legends, and just give them that moment to cook, right? And here's the kitchen, like it's all set up, and you make your best meal you can make, or your favorite, chocolate miracle pill. Whatever it is, let's do it. And that's what I love about the movie in that sense, and I think why it worked me watching it with my grandparents, and why it works for most ages, is because that idea that it's an old-fashioned movie disguised as a newer movie, but it's still actually extremely timeless.
Yes.
And especially in how it treats elders and just gives people on screen the time to sit and be, and the camera doesn't have to get too flashy, and it lets the performers and the actors do their thing.
Prince Humperdinck really popped to mind with that, because he has some amazing silent beats.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they're just holding it on him, and you can't really tell what he's thinking, and then he just like springs into action and does something. But they give him that space to just like hold the silence, and it's hilarious. He's
even all that stuff about they've gone into the fire swamp, like he makes that stuff just hilarious. Like when he's inspecting the tracks and everything. And so there you go. We couldn't be more enthusiastic about the sporting cast. Who stole the show?
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
Okay, all right. You go first.
What? No, I'm so excited about what you were going to say.
No, I want to hear what you're going to say.
I'm not being in suspense. Tell me. I've waited 2 months. Give it.
Okay, well, I think it goes to the two leads.
Ooh.
I think it's theirs. I think they take the whole thing. They carry the whole thing. They're amazing. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful to watch. They're just
And the thing that exists between them.
Yes.
Yes. I dig that. I give that the silver medal. My gold?
Yeah.
Inigo Montoya.
Oh, Inigo.
He's not even Spanish, first of all. Men in particular. He's a Jewish American man.
I mean, and we do love him so deeply.
And he just takes the thing, and in a lot of ways, if we're saying Carole King, it's like he's essential to everything. And nothing really happens without him either. Everybody plays a role, of course. But, the fact that we get his whole subplot resolved we do, and he's not in a rom-com. He's actually in a standard action movie.
He is. He's on a hero's journey.
And he's got the revenge,
father,
like Kevin Costner revenge. Like, it's like, and it's not John Wick with the dog. Yeah, it's his father.
Yes.
And this father got killed under the worst circumstances imaginable.
Right.
By a greedy, awful man with immense power.
Aww.
And we know that story.
You just want to hold him. You want him to find true love.
Right, and so that's why I love that moment when Andre revitalizes him, because we're like, okay, here we go. And so,
he's got a bud.
Depending how you feel about nonviolence and everything, like his extremely, graphic and violent revenge that he gets on Count Rugen.
Yeah.
Is
it's not really graphic for these days.
I mean, he stabs him like multiple times.
Yeah, but it's through his clothes, and all you see is a bit of blood.
I remember at 14 being like, whoa, I wasn't exactly, watching Commando and things with relish in those days.
I was like, kick his head out, chop off his head,
right? I'm like,
intestines. No, not really, but yes.
And so that's the thing. Some people would be like, put him in jail and don't, whereas it did provide that old-fashioned, no, kill the bad guy, and in the most beautiful, excruciating, get him when he thinks he's gonna get you, everything. It's the most satisfying revenge tale.
It is.
If you're into violent revenge.
If that's what you're into, then it's great.
And yet, he had a good case, so that's for me. Inigo, and his relationship with Fezzik, with Andre the Giant,
is very lovely.
Yeah, and he has good relations with everybody in the movie. In a lot of ways, when we're talking about real life, in the fantasy world, he's the one who grounds the real life as much as anybody.
Agreed. Good choice.
Because again, we're in an action journey, and he's kind of on the hero's journey.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, good choice. All right.
But I still think I think you can make an equally great case for yours. If we're just being, really strong about who stole the show, arguably it was their show.
Well, and the whole supporting cast can steal the whole show. Have fun storming the castle. Everybody's so good.
So now we're gonna get technical, the set, the hair, the makeup, the costumes.
Oh my gosh!
How's that doing? The department.
I think it's doing great.
The trades.
I think it's great. I think Princess Buttercup's dresses are lovely. I don't know. Nothing really pulls me out. It all holds me in. Yeah. I think. Okay. So brief story about that. One time we were at somebody's house, remember, and they
Yeah.
had like one of those super new
Yeah.
weird TVs,
Yeah.
and they were watching Princess Bride, and it looked bad. Oh man, it looked bad.
Well, it looked like it was shot on like an 80s CBC
Yeah, it was
made
like-
for TV.
you could see behind the magic a
Yeah.
little bit, you know? And so then that was weird. It was like, oh, I must stop watching this. This is not okay. So I think it's important to note with the movie and everything they have going on that, yeah, don't watch it on one of those like super where, you know, everything just looks so realistic. Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like a BBC
Yeah.
like adaptation of a book that's not exactly a movie.
Yeah.
Whereas that's the thing, what I remember seeing on the screen, it was magic, right? The magic
Right.
lantern of cinema
Yeah.
and projections.
Yes, absolutely.
We've got an old plane going overhead
Yeah,
right now.
I don't think I can catch it, but that's quite an interesting plane.
Nelson has an airport, so things fly around.
Yeah, things to do flying.
For me, what's really funny is the set and the matte painting, and then how they jump to like the Cliffs of Insanity
Right.
and Ireland and everything, and you know, people end
And
up
then they're all
realizing, oh my God,
sad.
I'm at the Cliffs of Insanity for
Right.
real. But like, yeah, and then and I love how they like decided early on to just show that part of cinema almost like a nod to the movies of old, where they didn't hide that at all, right? Like
Right.
you'd be on a real beach, and then all of a sudden you're obviously in a soundstage and in Hollywood somewhere. So I love the tradition of that.
It does make it comedy, for sure.
And they're just unabashed about it, you know, they just
Yeah.
steer into it. And I remember that being just jarring when I was a kid, because it was just like, what the heck? Like, oh my God, what is happening? And especially the boat scenes we're talking about when they're pulling into the Cliffs of
I know,
Insanity,
it's
and
so
and you
funny.
can just tell it's like some water tank studio somewhere.
But
and
I
it's-
just think it's funny.
And that's what I mean. Like they steer into the comedy of that,
Yeah.
and in a way, it helps suspend your disbelief, because you're like, well, this is obviously fake movie land.
But they don't care. And
And
they're
that's
not
what-
like,
yeah,
oh
and
no,
then they
we're
get
in
up to the
fake
top.
movie land. They're like, no, no.
And then they built that whole sword fight set that's
Yeah.
obviously a set, you know, and,
Yeah.
and then and even the forest, like the tree that they go down to the pit of despair, like
Right.
obviously a fake tree and things.
Yes.
And, but you know, you're like, let's go, like let's do this. This
Yeah.
is that kind of fairy tale make-believe world
Yeah.
of also of cinema as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next, we covered that enough? Like, well, you know, the makeup, it's all amazing. Like, yeah, nothing takes you out of it.
No.
And again, it's like old-fashioned movies.
Yeah.
So, is the music vibing?
Is the music. The music is actually, I don't know. Okay, what do you think? I always feel like I go first, and then
You don't always
get
go
to
first.
hear-
I've
okay,
gone first.
Okay. The music's hilarious.
Like, intentionally, like comedically?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say it's vibin'. I wouldn't say it's a vibin' tunes or anything, but it's funny. It makes me laugh. Like, and I feel like that's pretty good. If a soundtrack in itself is making me laugh,
Yeah.
in its earnestness,
Yeah.
then it's doing its job.
Yeah. Like it's in on the joke, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all like da da da, you know, with
Yeah.
like the horns, and it's regal, and it's like, this is a moment.
Yeah. Like old school.
Yeah.
Like it is a Errol Flynn Robin Hood movie.
Right. Yes.
Douglas
Yeah,
Fairbanks.
it does make it feel old school. I like that. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And for me, it's one of my favorite soundtracks. And
Ooh,
like even.
favorite soundtrack.
Oh yeah, like when
But
it.
like, in terms of what? Because when I think of it, like I know the Mark Knopfler
I know it
song,
all.
but then all I think about is like the horns and those moments. Yeah, so I'm like, is that what you're listening to? Is that the soundtrack?
I mean, there are those tracks. They are on
Okay.
there.
Oh, they are.
But it's the stuff. I should show it to you more. It's the stuff like right at the beginning. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
right.
dun,
Okay, so based on the Mark
dun.
Knopfler
So the
theme.
instrumental theme,
Oh, the
right at the beginning when she's
instrument,
riding through the
right.
woods, riding through the
Okay.
fields, and we're about to
Yeah.
meet Wesley. Like as soon as that kicks in, I was in. Like I just remember like every time I'm just like, especially on the big screen first time, I'm like, let's go. And then even when she rides into the woods.
Yes.
And before she meets Vizzini and the three musketeers there.
Right.
And it's and it's lovely because she's all riding through the woods and it's so pretty, right? And then you know, you get the stuff you're talking about, but you get the fire swamp, like it's got its own thing going on.
Okay.
And then yeah, there's just some flourishes, like especially where they kick in different things where for me, yeah, it's one of those things. But especially those first two that I just did, like that's got me already with the soundtrack.
Right.
Because for me, it's like the perfect pastoral sound, and like you said, the earnestness of it all.
Oh, it's so earnest.
Yeah, which
So
it's
funny.
got to be. Like that's the thing. You got to go for it. In a movie where we're saying you have the best sword fight and the best kiss,
Yeah.
you got to go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that they went with the comedic earnestness. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Could it use a rewrite? No.
No.
Like I don't even know. It's one
I
of
don't
the
even
most
know what
quoted
you did.
movies.
Yeah, no.
I'd like to say a little bit more about it in another category coming up about that particular thing, but
No.
yeah, I don't know what you'd change.
I don't know what
And
you'd
for those who know the novel, it's actually quite different. There's definitely similarities.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
you read the novel?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And it's like you know, there are elements, but there's a lot of changes. It's almost a little bit darker, and
Oh, interesting.
it's his whole family's in it, kind of.
Wesley's family?
No, William Goldman's family. Like the
Oh.
author's family is a
Oh.
big part of the story itself.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's not as fairy tale fantastical, like
Oh, interesting.
beautiful necessarily, even though it
Oh,
is.
interesting.
Yeah, but it's a great movie, but you can see like it was almost like they distilled the novel down to the essence of what works in the novel,
Okay.
and kind of got rid of anything they just didn't need,
Right.
and kind of like really, I wouldn't say cleaned up the tone, but it's a little more grimy and mucky, the novel.
Made it more palatable.
Sure, to the people like my grandparents, for instance, in their
Right.
K car taking their
Right.
grandkids.
Maybe added more comedy. Maybe,
Yeah.
added it a bit. Okay.
Even though William
Which I
Goldman is
like.
hilarious, and anybody who knows him, he's considered to be one of the best screenwriters ever. And he's the guy with the famous quote that, and he was speaking about Hollywood, but his famous quote is that nobody knows anything.
I mean, that's pretty true.
And yeah, you can apply that to a lot of different things. But he's
Sure
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Like
Okay.
he's done the thing.
Yeah.
So no rewrite. No,
No.
I wouldn't change it. Again, when you got a movie
No.
that quoted, that's hard to
Yes.
just recasting agency again. We can just skip that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recast
Would
a soul.
not recast
I
anybody.
trust them far more than me.
Yep, right.
Problems and issues. We don't normally blow through this so fast.
No,
this
it's
is
true.
great.
Normally there are problems,
Yeah.
issues, and we are recasting.
And I'm like, the only thing that happened for me, and this was the thing that I had a moment, and it's more about how many times I've seen it.
Okay.
But I think it's because I've seen it a lot. And you hit that time when you've seen a movie a lot, and then you get into things, and you're like, and it
Okay.
maybe just isn't registering as much as it did because
Okay.
you've seen it so many times.
Right.
And what actually stood out for me, which on one hand, I hesitate to say this because I think it's the strength of the movie, but there are some times where the camera is just sitting there, and it's kind of one series of dialogue heavy moments after another. And in a weird way, a lot of times, which again is the strength of the
Interesting.
movie.
I know, because I'm like, I like that.
I know, that's what I mean. But it's almost like that old-fashioned pacing, where he gives people, like, he puts everybody right in the foreground, and everybody gets to be big on screen, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody gets their close-up, and
Yeah.
which again I love. But just it was the pacing this time, and maybe it's because we were a little tired, and we
I know,
were.
because
it was-
normally I'm like pacing, and I feel like
Yeah.
there's no time to get bored. It just goes.
Yeah, I just had a few moments, and a lot of it's when it's jumping back to Humperdinck, and I love all the Humperdinck stuff.
When he's sitting in his office.
Yeah, and it's when Inigo's incapacitated. It's mainly in that middle part. And again, I'm being picky here now because this is one of my favorite movies. But I figured I
Yes.
should at least give it something.
Oh, wow,
And there's
okay.
something in that middle section there, yeah, where Inigo's incapacitated and the story, like, and Buttercup's trapped by Humperdinck,
Yeah.
and Wesley's in the pit of despair. It's that point where everybody's kind of like deactivated. Like
Right.
nobody's able to do what they need to do at that point.
In a way, the movie's asking you to hold on with them. They're
Well,
like,
that was
we
it.
know, we know this part is tough.
Yeah.
It's like real life.
And
This
it
part
is, and they
tough.
really take you through it. And so that's part of it is Wesley's getting tortured, Inigo's drunk and passed out, and
Right.
lost Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
And she's in a forced marriage. So it's bleak at that point. And that's why I think then when Miracle Max comes in, and that's when the turn back up again, and everyone were like, okay, here we go.
Or like, here's some energy.
And then
going this
from
way.
that point on, it just sails, right? So I think it's more the strengths at the beginning, the first half and the third, and it's just maybe a little bit of middle there. But again,
Interesting.
that only happened to me this time. I've never thought that before. So the
Right.
fact that I watched it 30 times or whatever,
Yeah.
I'd say is a win ultimately. And like you said,
Yes.
I do want to say that I do like the staginess of it, where
Right.
we get people in frame and talking.
Yes.
I enjoy that. So.
Yes. Cool.
Not really. That was probably the weakest problems and issues I've ever had.
I know, because
it was ultimately,
like, ooh,
yeah, and it
sometimes
was,
there are things.
and it was ultimately a compliment.
Yeah.
Should it have won awards? Well, it won a
I
rom-commy.
mean, it won a rom-com.
Here's its first one right here. Our first rom-commy. Official.
Okay,
Princess Bride.
this is tricky because I feel like even since we created that category, my own feelings about awards and award shows just like changed in a way.
Yeah.
I think
Because what awards should it win?
I know what awards, right? Because it's not like it's some Oscar movie, but at the same time, it's totally stood the test of time. So it's almost like it should get some posthumous. Is that
Ooh, or
posthumous?
for posterity?
Just something,
Because it's not dead, so.
right?
But like
Okay.
for posterity,
Sure. Yeah. Like,
it's the posterity Hall
you
of
know,
Fame.
like where it's like you are really a great movie, and we love you, and you deserve something. So
Well,
now you
like
get a
Manny
rom-com.
Patinkin says, he says it's the thing he gets the most. I mean, all the work he's done, and same with Carrie
Yeah,
always.
right?
Carrie always gets As You Wish, and Manny
Right,
Patinkin
As
gets,
You
I, you know,
Wish.
hello, my Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Like he gets that all the time.
Die. Exactly. So, yeah, that's really tricky.
I would say William Goldman for the
Okay.
script
Okay,
because of
fair.
what we're saying. Like,
Love that. Okay.
it's one of the most quoted movies ever, Inconceivable, all of
That's
that.
true.
And there's so many little
So
ones
true.
too that like we could also
So
do.
true.
The Fezzik's rhyming with the peanut and all that. and-
Right.
yeah.
Okay, I love that.
Anything
Good,
with scenic
yes.
stuff like the land war in Asia, all that. Like.
Yes. That's
So to me, and
Love
he
that.
is, he is an award-winning screenwriter. So.
Yeah.
And then, I had another one that I was going to give the award
Oh,
to.
that was good though.
Mark Knopfler soundtrack,
Oh,
just because I'm
soundtrack.
just such a sucker for it.
Yeah.
And I like myself some Mark Knopfler, so check out his new stuff. It's pretty good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, even like last 20 years, good stuff.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Most cinematic moment.
Oh, that's interesting. Most cinematic moment. What about you? You have to go first this one.
Well, weirdly enough, I was going to say that Cliffs of Insanity part, like that whole sequence. And normally we think about cinematic as like, oh, it's sweepingly cinematic,
I know,
like the
right?
first kiss.
Like the first kiss.
But in this case, I was
exactly.
kind of like, you know what? That's actually the most cinematic. Is they were literally being like, yes, we do fake sets sometimes, and yes, we do
Right.
real things.
Right.
And now we're gonna go back to the fake set. Now you're in the real, and now you're looking at the fake. And now
Right.
most
Yeah.
cinematic.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole thing is kind of cinematic that way, and kind of playing with it in a different way. That like I feel like a lot of times with rom-coms, they're not focused on that so much, and so then when they give you that moment, it really stands out. Whereas I don't feel like that's the case with Princess Bride.
Yeah. And yet, if we were gonna have like the best shot, let's say in terms of cinematic moment, I would probably say the sunset kiss moment, the first one we were
Well,
talking
yeah,
about.
right.
Like they kind of lay it down right
yeah,
there.
just like
Boom.
exactly. Boom, there it is. Beautiful. Yeah.
There's something too I love about that, for whatever reason, the shot of the two of them running into the fire swamp in the mist where they've just fallen down the hill.
Yeah.
I love that shot. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
the falling down the hill too is always.
No, it's painful. Well, and interesting enough, in that scene,
hilarious.
speaking
I think
of painful,
I like people falling down.
he,
so it's a good scene.
oh, you like that? You like the falling?
well,
it's funny.
it's funny.
And they're like, oh, ow.
Like, it's
oh,
funny,
Which is
yeah.
again cinematic. Like they obviously were like, didn't, it was like you could just see Carrie Elways and Robin Wright being like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. He blew out his ankle on an ATV or something right around
gosh,
that. He didn't injure himself in the whole thing. And then he did that, and it was right before they actually did the scene, the sword fight. So they had to heal, and like he barely was able to do it. And so in that whole sequence, that's why he's running funny in that scene, because he can
That's
barely
really
run
funny.
on his sprained ankle.
Oh my gosh.
And he was so disappointed in himself that it happened.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So that was just funny to think about Wesley and Dread Pirate Roberts, and he had trouble driving an ATV.
That's funny.
When did it make you weep, or I guess did it make you weep?
Oh, it did. I did. I felt like I got weepy in a few parts, but a lot of it was the grandfather. I don't know, that's what got me
Yeah,
this time.
yeah,
But
It was the As You Wish at the
also-
end.
Yeah, oh God, the As You Wish at the end.
yeah. That's what got me this time. And just that sparkle in his eye as he says it.
Oh, and then him being like, "Will you come back tomorrow?" Like, oh.
Yeah. And again, that's amazing. Then that the point that got us emotionally was the framing device.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No.
Like I was thinking about Saving Private Ryan, which is like a lot of people love it, but it's a pretty good movie. But like the framing device in that almost kills the movie.
Right.
Whereas this one is the opposite, where
Yeah.
it actually is actually the tender part, and the whole theme of true love and all the things that come from that. And now we think about it, like Kevin Arnold's parents, right? The kid's
Yeah,
parents.
yeah.
Like we see the mom, we don't see the dad.
No, that's true.
And we presume the dad's there. She doesn't seem like she's a
No,
single
she
mom.
doesn't seem like
And it
it.
seems like a traditional nuclear family thing.
Yeah.
So they must have true love if they've got like this kid who like is a pretty decent kid,
Yeah.
and if they've got grandpa who's willing to come over and do the tradition of reading to the kids when they're sick and things like he did with his own children.
Right?
Right? And so in that sense it's the power of literature, right? It's the power of books, it's the
Yes.
power of stories
Aw.
itself to make people feel better,
Yeah.
literally. And bring people together, bring the generations
Yeah.
together like me and my grandparents.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
You keep using that word.
Yeah.
I do not think it means what you think it does.
Do not think you mean, right? I mean, yes.
I mean, you can apply that to so much stuff, actually.
I mean,
So
we
that-
do. We do apply that. To
but
so
also
many
have fun
things.
storming the castle.
Yeah, but
Definitely,
yeah,
that's words of wisdom.
that's
You know,
true.
have fun while you're storming the
While
castle.
you're
You may as well have a good time.
Might as well. You're storming the castle, so you might as well have a good
Yeah,
time.
you know, bring some snacks.
Right? Exactly.
What else though? Well, I can't do it verbatim, but the stuff he says about true love, you know,
Yes.
like true love can't be defeated, and
Yes.
like you'll never be able to stop true love.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
His whole
and-
monologue about it.
And just her whole faith always about that no,
Yeah.
my Wesley will come, like
Yes.
you know, like that stuff's amazing.
That is amazing. It's true.
So we could probably do more words of wisdom again because there are stuff throughout this script,
Yes.
but I think those are the essential ones, and
Yeah.
especially like that inconceivable one, especially with the truth, the post-truth world we live in.
Yes. Right.
About what do words mean, and can we use the same word and people mean totally different things with that word, and
Yep.
often the exact opposite political stance on the same word.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
I do not think it
What do you think it
means
does?
what you think it does. Yeah.
Things to be learned. Second to last category.
Things to be learned. True love exists.
Yeah.
You gotta fight for it sometimes and go through the fire swamp. But if you have faith and stay true, then you will be rewarded
Yeah.
with horseback riding and sunset kisses.
As for instance, our son just right around this creek, he caught his first fish, for instance, and he now goes out to fish. We taught the son in this area how to fish.
That's right.
And that's that idea of like, these are the things that true love can create, and you can end up in these situations. So
Yeah.
I think we learned that, right? That
Yeah.
like, there are so many people who are cynical about true
Yes.
love and
fun and magic and
suspension of disbelief and,
you know what? I'm gonna get real deep. Are you ready?
oh yeah,
The
always.
whole idea of choice. The have fun storming the castle is a choice.
Right.
You're going to storm the castle anyway, so you have a choice to make. Are you going to have a good time while you're storming the castle, or is it going to be miserable? Because either way, it's potentially going to have the same outcome. In fact, you might do better if you have a better time,
Yeah.
right?
And you could say that all three of them who got that advice, Team Wesley, Inigo, and Fezzik,
Yes.
they all seemed to enjoy storming the castle.
They did. It was a funny part.
Yeah.
And they did seem to have like some fun banter about it, and nobody was spazzing out or taking it too seriously or anything.
Yeah, like when Andre's wearing the cloak, he seems like he's having a great time,
Right?
freaking out all the bad guys
Freaking
with
out.
the
He's
fire
like,
and
this is
everything.
hilarious. Look at me.
Had the Holocaust cloak.
I'm the dread bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious.
And then Wesley's just like enjoying cracking a few jokes, you
He
know, like
is.
even when he reunites with Buttercup, you know,
Right?
he's still keeping it cool, and
the whole thing.
he's doing it
got-
with flair and style, and that's what we've lost in the world.
I
is,
think, yeah, because he's come back from life. He's like, I was almost dead.
yeah, I
like,
can't move.
oh my God, I'm just happy that I'm having any sort of bodily reactions to anything.
And then Inigo, you can just sense him like smelling the resolution of his journey. You know, he knows he's
Yes.
so close, and that's where we
Yes.
really get that earnestness in Inigo,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you can you know, the sweat, because he's like, I have spent my whole life trying to get to this moment from
whole
my
life.
childhood,
Oh my gosh.
and now here I am, you know, 30s, 40s, whatever he
Right,
is,
and
like
this is it.
decades,
Here
yeah,
it is.
and I've got him. I'm in the room. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's going to stop me.
Right.
And then that's why when he gets so desperate when that one door, and he's like screaming for Andre to come knock
Yeah.
it down, and because you can just feel the pain. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then so they get down there, and then he is almost defeated.
Yes.
He's almost done, doomed
Yeah.
and defeated by the very man who defeated his
No,
dad.
He's the six-fingered man's so cocky about it.
So cruel.
He's so cruel.
He's loving it
and
because
he
cruelty is the point.
Cruelty is the point.
So many modern day parallels.
Oh man, yes.
So that's the things to be learned. Is
Yes.
like you can take the most fantastical, outlandish storybook tale
Yeah.
and directly apply it to reality in so many ways, and which is great about this movie is that it does
Yes.
apply
Yes.
in the panoply of the cosmos.
Panoply.
Would it work as a first date movie? Last category. Grand finale.
Why not?
I mean, that's what was great, right? I watched it
Yeah.
with my grandparents, so
Yeah.
it was a date movie of sorts, with an intergenerational date movie.
Right.
But to actually have a romantic date is something I never experienced. So in a weird way, I have this, way more of a wholesome family experience, which is probably why I never thought about them having sex before the first
Yeah.
sunset kiss,
Yeah, totally.
considering the context.
Yeah.
But then, you get older, and you realize that Robin Wright is an incredibly beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And she's been, in some other parts, and even Carrie Elways,
Yeah.
doing some other things, and
Oh, yeah.
being the romantic lead. Like, he was so charming with Brooke Shields in that weird castle movie, Christmas
was.
Castle for Christmas.
Castle for Christmas. Yes.
Like, there's no way he should have been as good as he
No.
was in that movie.
Right?
And then he's absolutely charming, and it hits the thing out of the park.
Yeah.
So in that sense, once you realize that these people are desirable people, even as they got older, that's when you start thinking about it later and being like, you know what, that's probably a great first date movie.
Yeah.
Where you can go and
I also-
everybody can fall in love with Wesley and Buttercup.
It's gonna set the tone, because if you go to that movie, like, if you go to that movie and you're like, I love this movie, I believe in love, I love the comedy, I love the magic of it, the silliness, the going for it, all those things. If you're with somebody who's like, stupid, I hate all this stuff, it's totally lame, well, that's a good indication.
It's a barometer.
Very, very much.
Gauge
Yeah.
their feelings about love,
Right?
about cynicism.
Yeah, like in a lot of ways, in a lot of more polarizing ways than potentially other rom-coms do.
Now that we're this close to wrapping up, would you want to make the point there?
Yeah, let's make the point.
Let's speed up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, well, let's.
And we can get over there.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll make
It's
the
a
point.
very, very busy path.
Yes,
Very busy.
As you can
very
see.
busy footpath.
very busy
All
footpath.
sorts of things going on.
Yeah, a lot of things, a lot of people.
And then, like, if you had to guess, like I said, like, did you see it when you were like more of an adult? Like, maybe
No,
we
no.
can't remember the format.
Oh gosh, no.
So you would have seen it when you were a teen.
Oh yes.
But it wasn't a date probably for you. It was more of a.
No.
It was like maybe watching it with your family or something, or
gosh.
like how would you have watched movies back
Like,
in those
I
days?
do not know. I mean, there was a movie theater in Banff for a while,
Well, there still is.
but then there wasn't for a while.
Oh, okay. It went for a bit.
Yeah, there wasn't anything for a while.
Alan Nelson.
Alan Nelson. So yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea. Oh, these guys are liking something there.
True Love.
Checking it out. They are.
There it is, right at the end of our.
Talk
I
about
think-
having a date. And also,
And that's the
we are
universe.
having a date today.
Right.
We're calling it an FDD, full day date. You can use that term if you want to, I don't mind. FDD, full day date.
And that's the thing. If you find out that somebody does love this movie, or on that first date, and they're really into love,
Yes.
then you do have this thing where you really kind of know philosophically how they're going to feel about life, and are they going to have fun storming the castle or not,
Right?
or are they going to be a humperdink?
Yes. Are you gonna go humperdink, or are you gonna go have fun storming the castle?
Which, we jumped that. Like, the names are amazing.
my
Princess
God.
Buttercup, but especially Humperdinck. Like,
Humperdinck.
to name your evil villain,
my gosh.
the worst guy in the entire film.
I know. Well, it makes me think of Engelbert Humperdinck.
Well, exactly, yeah.
And you're like, really? Wow. Like,
He's the most.
Humperdinck. Like,
Yeah.
Humperdinck? Like, wow. Okay. Yes, Humperdinck. This is an interesting spot. Hey, we've got the new ferry being built over there. Is that the new ferry?
Yeah.
Looks new ferry-like.
Yeah.
And then there's like this old dock down over that way. And then we've got this interesting point where these people have got all these sculptures and everything, which is kind of fun, and where we are going to wrap things up.
Yeah, let's get out there.
We're done the categories.
That's it. We
go.
would have worked as a first date movie, and I mean, I wish, if anything, I could have taken you on a first date
Ah, that's nice.
to that movie, and then that was funny. Like, the circumstances we were watching it in Banff were pretty funny, because
they
for
were
us middle-aged adventure walks who like walking in Mexico, as those who follow us know,
Yes.
it may be a bit too cold in July in Banff.
Well, and the last time we were there, when we got our fabulous amount of Cinnabon videos, it was a heat wave. So we really enjoyed the heat wave last time.
Yeah, and
this
Liesl
time
didn't
it was,
enjoy
it
this
was
temperature
cold.
as much.
No, it was like 5 degrees in July.
And so even then, though, we had a date where, you can make a date out of anything, where we huddled up in the basement and
We did.
got comfy and got cozy and watched it on the laptop, and
Yep.
it's still one of those things where we weren't going out and doing an expensive date, which sometimes we do. We go out for extravagant dates, but
Like pollo empanizado.
yeah, whoop whoop,
Woot, woot.
for like 100 pesos. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
So I think that's the lesson ultimately, like really of the whole experience of rewatching Princess Bride and having a movie like that, is true love, can be and is an extremely powerful force in the world. And you can learn so much from somebody, how they react to material like this that is very sentimental and very pro true love and very wearing its heart on the sleeve. And yes, we are trying to emotionally manipulate you, but in a good way that's like highlighting the goodness of the world.
Right.
And
that's lovely.
over here we've got the peace pole that I don't know if we've seen it yet, but it says "May peace prevail on earth," and then it's got all the different languages. And that's the idea of our world, is there's always a Humperdinck and there's always a Wesley and Buttercup, and well, there's always a Humperdinck and Rugen actually, like the two of them. There's often the bad guy and then the accomplice, and you can apply that to whatever modern parallel you want to.
We also have the Every Child Matters flag blowing in the wind, and I happen to be wearing my Whitney Houston t-shirt today because I believe the children are our future. You can listen to the rest of the song. It's how I feel.
And that's what's amazing about the movie, is the finale is actually a kid who starts out on the video games. Bam, 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 bam,
That's
bam,
right.
bam, and detached, isolated in his room, and by the end he's clamoring for his grandpa Columbo to come have another.
Oh my God, that just made me weep.
There you go. That's a perfect time to end it.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful, I think it's an osprey flying over there, yeah. And that's where they made the Osprey Ferry, so.
Yeah.
Or is that just
that's a
is
gull.
that that gull? That's a big gull. They
gull.
have big gulls here. And anybody says they don't have gulls inland at lakes,
Yeah,
we have
do.
proof.
We have big gulls.
There are gulls.
Yeah,
And going forward, I think we should drop what we're doing next. Let's just do it. Let's have some fun.
What do you mean? Not
Why not?
everything.
No, the one we're doing next.
Oh, the rom-commy we're doing next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he meant because we have some fun season 3 Ma channel things in the works that are very exciting. So I thought you were gonna spoil all that stuff, but that's coming out.
Spoiler alert.
Gotta stay tuned for
Yeah.
that.
But what about the rom-commy? Should we say what
sure,
we're doing
yes.
next? Because
Okay.
this one was
Yes.
definitely my podium as much as anybody's.
Yes.
This one that we're going to mention right now
Okay.
is
Also,
Liesel's
because
podium.
it might be a little bit harder to find, I'm not totally sure.
We've got the DVD.
But we have the DVD.
Yeah, which we can.
So the
old
next
school.
rom-com, we don't know when we're doing it.
Soon.
Soon.
Next
Stay
2
tuned.
weeks.
Yeah, in the next 2 weeks we're going to do it. We are going to do Some Kind of Wonderful.
Some kind of wonderful.
It is one of my podium rom-coms.
Mine too.
and
You brought me there.
So I'm really excited to watch it again. I'm really excited to watch it in the context of doing rom-commies, and I'm excited to give it a rom-commy.
So there you were, our first rom-com. You were here. It was official. It happened.
It did. That was really fun. And
Right?
I'm looking forward to the rest of our full day date, FDD.
Yes.
Yes.
True love.
True love. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you later.